Hi, I'm Claire, and today I'm doing the Booktube Watching Tag. This tag was created by Harriet, and I first saw it on Maya's channel, so I will link both of their videos down in the description box below. For me, I wanted to do a bit of a chattier video today because the weather is kind of grim. It is raining outside, it's starting to get quite cold. I've had to use my space heater a few times already. And as you can see behind me, Tabby has just decided that today is a day for being a loaf kitten with all of her paws tucked in tight and warm. So I've got some coffee, I've got the questions, and I'm going to tell you about some of the Booktube channels that I watch and how and stuff like that. So question number one is, how many channels are you subscribed to? I'm subscribed to 118 YouTube channels. Out of these, 40 are Booktube channels. I don't watch every single Booktube video that pops up in my subscription feed, but then again, I don't watch every YouTube video that comes into my subscription feed. And there are also some of those 40 Booktubers that don't make videos super regularly or at all anymore, and I'm still subscribed to them. I have no idea whether 40 Booktubers is actually a lot or not compared to other people. Question two is, when do you normally watch Booktube? I watch Booktube when I watch like the rest of my YouTube videos, and that's normally 2 times a day. If it's a work day, it's either with my breakfast or after dinner. So usually what I do in the morning is that I either read a book with breakfast or watch some YouTube, one or the other. I try to read, but then a lot of the time I'm kind of pressed for time. I only have like 15 minutes for breakfast and I don't want to have such a small chunk of reading time. So videos. And then in the evening, after work is done and dinner's done and we've spent some time together, me and John, and watch some TV, I like to catch up on my YouTube stuff, and that includes a lot of book videos. Question three is, how do you balance Booktube watching, reading, and making your own videos? And the answer to that question, as with many questions relating to me balancing things, is probably quite poorly. One thing that's really helped me in a recent month is to be more aware of how much time I spend just like watching YouTube in general whilst doing something else, and like trying to multitask and have, say, YouTube on one of my monitors and then on my other monitor I'm trying to do some admin work. That I'm trying to cut out because I find that I'm not actually all that productive, but I'm not also like fully engaged with the stuff that I'm wanting to watch to relax. And I just think it works better for me if I like take time off that's like just for watching stuff, and then I can be a little better about commenting and stuff like that and engaging with the videos. I literally just spilled coffee on myself because I do not know how to talk without making hand gestures. That was great. I'm putting it down now. I use my bullet journal a lot to plan kind of what I'm hoping to accomplish in a day, and that way writing it down makes me see like when I'm giving myself way too much to do and I need to pare it down. And so that's been super useful in like allowing myself time that's just for reading or just for Booktube watching, and I don't have to try and do any work at the same time. Question four is there a difference between the videos you like watching and the videos you like making? Not really where Booktube is concerned. There are, of course, like video formats that I don't do or I don't do very often. Like I don't do TBRs at the beginning of the month because I never stick to them and they really stress me out. And I don't usually do weekly wrap-ups like some people that I watch do because that's not my reading pace, and again it would be really stressful. One thing I wish I could do more often is like chattier videos, like a Friday read, sit down with a cup of coffee, although clearly I cannot be trusted with that, and then just tell you what I'm reading on a particular weekend. In general, with my work, it's quite difficult to find recording time, and I usually end up recording like super late in the evening, and so I don't necessarily want to record late on a Thursday and then rush to edit so I can put it out on a Friday and it can be a Friday read. Short term release videos are quite stressful for me to do, and so I try not to do them because, yeah, like videos with a specific release date I wish I could do more stuff that's tailored to when it comes out, but I found that actually like that really often doesn't work, and when it doesn't work and you've put a lot of effort into something that like you can't use, that's really disheartening. The other thing is, aside from BookTube, what I really love to watch is DIY channel, like crafting and sewing, even like woodworking and stuff that I just can't do because I don't have the space or the tools or the knowledge, right? But I like to make things into crafts and do like small DIYs myself and like make costumes and things like that. And I wish I could make videos about that stuff. I have tried to make videos about that stuff, but they take so much more time and planning and editing and effort. Like, either I maintain a channel where I talk to everyone regularly about books, or I end up making like one kind of DIY video every like 2 months or something, and yeah. Whenever I try to do them, it really screws up my schedule and it really sends me like nosediving for a month or two. So I have had to resign myself that until I am in a magical future where I have a lot more time, I can't really do those on my current schedule. Question 5 is, who is the first booktuber you subscribed to, and do you still watch their videos? The first time I heard the word booktube was on Christina Horner's channel, and I had been subscribed to Christina since like before I moved to the UK, so this is a good 10 years ago. She was I Talk to Snakes. She wasn't making book videos specifically at the time, but then she started talking about shifting her content to BookTube, and I was like, book what? And then I started looking into BookTube. Immediately I found Sana from Books and Quills, who had like a super popular channel, but at the same time she is a second language English speaker just like I am, so it was really cool to like have that as one of the very first channels that I remember finding when I started looking for book content. And both of them I'm still subscribed to now. I watched a video from Sana just I think last night, and then Christina isn't making videos at the moment, but I'm still subscribed to her channel, so if she ever makes more I will definitely be watching them. Question 6 is, who is the most recent booktuber you subscribe to? And that is Emma from Drinking by My Shelf. I think I saw her channel on Maya's Booktube Watching Tag video, and I just really enjoy a good pun, so I definitely wanted to check out her channel for that reason. And then I just enjoy like the concept of her, I think, wrap-up / TBR videos that she does, where she talks about the balance of her like TBR shelf. So this is how many books I've read this month, so they move from the TBR shelf to the red shelf, and then this is how many new books I've acquired, and if she's got more new books coming in than she's actually read, then she's got to donate some of the books on her shelf. And she's been doing that for like quite a few months now, I think, so it's nice to like start going through all the videos and seeing the evolution of it. I'm not completely caught up, but I am enjoying it. She does like 60-second book reviews, which I am in awe of. I have absolutely no desire to do anything like that myself because I talk a lot, but my goodness, the skills. I am in awe. Question 7 is, share an old favorite booktuber, and there are so many I could name for this question. If you're new to BookTube and you're watching this video, I would recommend going to like my YouTube page and then look at the sidebar where there's related channels and channels that I've picked to put in the sidebar. And that's a really good place to start, with loads of booktubers that I really enjoy. But specifically right now, I want to shout out a few people who have recently come back to BookTube, and I'm so happy to see them. 3 people I want to specifically shout out are Chelsea from The Reading Outlaw, Denise from Denise Harwood, and Paul from Common Touch of Fantasy. It's awesome to have you guys back. Question 8 is, share a new favorite booktuber, and that would be Dominique from The Storyscape for me. I've started watching her videos recently and I really enjoy what she does. She's clearly like into filmmaking, like she clearly has a lot more know-how than I do, and all her videos, like, they're really pretty because she talks about books, of course, and she has really interesting opinions. Like, that's what I want from a booktube channel. But whilst she does that, she also makes her videos look a lot more interesting than I think my videos do. Like, a lot of booktubers will sit in a chair in front of their camera, some cute lights in the background, far enough that it gets a little bit blurry, and we talk about books. That's the type of videos I feel the most comfortable making, and that's certainly a type of video that I enjoy watching. However, it is really, really cool to see some slightly more like out of the box ideas and some like more interesting shots and framing and transitions and like use of everyday objects and stuff in videos. I don't know. As someone that makes videos myself, I just find Dominique's videos really interesting to watch, and I try to like pick up ideas for things that I might incorporate in future. Question 9 is, what is one of your booktube pet peeves? And I don't really have a lot of specifically booktube pet peeves. I prefer it when people are introducing a book that they want to review or just talk about, that they describe the book in their own words rather than reading the back of the book or reading the sell sheet. I've definitely done that before though, because it's a lot easier, and sometimes the like publicity and marketing around it is like cryptic by design. It can be a bit difficult to like introduce the book in your own words. One thing that really gets to me in a kind of pet peeve way is like little editing mistakes, like the kind of niggly little details that I would never have noticed before I started working as a video editor. And now, just because I spend so much of my week focused on like getting rid of like weird little click noises between sentences, like now I cannot not hear it in other people's videos. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna like sit here judging other people for not like, you know, editing their videos to the same level that like a professional gaming channel that like has 2 full-time employees does, right? That's not what I'm doing, but I cannot not hear that weird noise. I can't like unsee this like split-second black frame just because like I spend so much time doing that during the week. So that can be a little bit annoying, but it's really not booktube specific at all. And question 10 is, what have you learned from other booktubers? That's a big question. There are a lot of things that I've probably absorbed without even noticing it from other booktubers, and there are a lot of things that I feel like I've definitely like tried to emulate, tried to learn from other booktubers. I mean, I've been making videos on this channel for quite a while, and when I started I knew nothing about making booktube videos, so whatever it is that I know now, I have learned just from watching other videos. Specifically, what I will say is that I've learned a lot about like how I want my channel to look and how I want the design of my channel to look. And for that, I specifically want to shout out Lala from Books and Lala, because she's a graphic designer and her channel page looks amazing. Like, I really, really enjoy what she does with that. She also recently did like a super long video all about like letting her husband take over her Bookstagram for about a month. And she talked about like how she usually takes photos, her process for like deciding what pictures to take, then taking the pictures, how she edits them, how she uploads them, the captioning, all of that kind of stuff. She also gave like a lot more insight into how much she like plans her Bookstagram and how she wants it to look like when it's like laid out in the like Instagram page itself, which I thought was really, really interesting. And I felt like I learned a lot from that, even though I don't really do Bookstagram or book photography. I would really love to. I just like, I don't really feel like I have time to do that on top of everything else that I do. But if you do have a Bookstagram, or if you want to start Bookstagramming, I would definitely recommend like checking out her channel, her Instagram, that video in particular. I think for me, like everything about how her stuff looks has been super useful for inspiration and like to learn how she does it. The final optional question is to tag people, and honestly I am really bad at tagging. I never know who's done a thing and who hasn't, especially since this is a tag that's been going around for a little while. So instead of tagging people, given that I myself was not tagged, what I'm gonna say is, if you do this video, leave me a comment down below with the link to it so I can go and watch it and see what kind of booktube channels you like, so that we can keep giving each other recommendations and advice. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do let me know about your favorite booktube channels in the comments below. Well, my camera did something funny, and now the light is completely different and I don't know how to fix it. This is why I make straight talking to camera videos. I'm really bad at using this really fancy camera. If you'd like to see more from me, you can check out a previous video on screen right now. And if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button that's on my face for a new video from me every week. I've been Claire, thanks so much for watching, and see you soon.